Hi everyone, it's Cardinal Smith here and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Football Manager 2013. So, since the last episode, more Steam pop-ups there, thanks Calver. We have hit a bit of poor form. Well, mixed really, inconsistent. So, what was our last game? PSN, I believe. Yeah, so just to run down. Okay, so we lost against Lurgan, League Cup quarter-final. That was it. Extra time, Premier Division opposition, so still proud of the lads. Then we came back, beat Lurgan Celtic 1-0. Since then, it's 2 wins and 2 defeats, though, that has taken us into the new year, and we're midway through January now. So it started with a 4-3 win against 5 Mile Town. Now, they're a non-league team. This is the Intermediate Cup third round, so Premier Division clubs don't take part. And really, Mark, I tried to rest some of my key players. Stephen Campbell, the winger, getting a goal. Sean Southam, of course, in the score sheet. But Mark Kelly, the key striker, had to come on to bag 2 goals to win the game in what was a much closer game than it should have been. And that set the tone for the next 2 matches, unfortunately. So, against Armagh, we capitulated. I played what I thought was my strongest team, and nobody got a performance of 7 or more, except Raymond Wilkinson, who came on as a sub and scored her only goal late in the game. But we were 3-0 down. They had a goal disallowed as well. It could have been worse. And then we were away to Lower Maze. Now, Lower Maze are bottom of the league. They're managed by my assistant manager last year, Ian McDowell. And we were 2-0 up until I was football managered. They scored in the 89th minute, the 90th minute, and the 3rd minute of I just can't explain how I felt and the words I said when that happened. But looking back, their fitness was actually just in much better shape. But on top of that, this Lower Maze, the sight of a prison, must have been pretty scary for my team because they just gave up. They wanted to go home as soon as the 85th minute hit. I was so disappointed. Our next away game, though, much more important. Well, still just as important, but against Wakehurst, who are challenging for the league. And this time we put in the strong performance. We were the ones 3-0 up this time. Wakehurst came back with a late goal. It wasn't enough. Mark Kelly come back, and I made a change. So against the previous games, we had Ryan Gurley in the left wing and Paul Burnside in middle of midfield, and that was for both games against Armagh. This time, changes needed to happen. Kingsbury, the hero of the first season, comes in at left midfield. His stats are just even, nice and even. It's just a lot of 9s in there, and he's starting to adapt to the left role position. He cut inside, hit a superb goal. On top of that, David Hampton replaces Paul Burnside. Burnside, who I thought was a good rock, can't pass to save his life, kept giving the ball away and was a hindrance more than help. Now, David has been left out of the first team for a while and his stats seem to have suffered, or, per training performance. I obviously don't have great facilities here in Banbridge, but he's still got that passing back. He can pick out a player. So that leaves us in the league second. Now, today's game will be the 15th and the halfway point of the league. We're level in points with Queen's University, who have been topsy-turvy. They have been winning games by 5 goals and then losing by the same margin. 4-0 and then lots of wins. 5-2, they won, narrowly beat by Glebe, and another 5-0 win against Lurgan, who we only beat 1-0. They are in fine form. Now, it is January, so I haven't strengthened the team just yet. Let's take a look at transfers. That's for history. We've actually been getting rid of a lot more players than bringing players in. I haven't brought a player in since July. Ryan Cree left. Striker with finishing of 6. just wasn't good enough for the team. And the same story for the rest of the players. They all complain about not getting enough playing time, and they're not good enough either. And it's actually upsetting the squad harmony, which is down at 40%. Really worried about that. Thank you, Calver, who says, your face. Anyway, let's get into the match. I'm playing the same team that won 3-1 last time out. No changes. Everyone's fairly fit. So let's be having sport and leisure. Swifts. Because it's a catchy name. Okay, so we're kicked off. And you know what? I'm thinking of just slowing down the highlights by a notch. It makes it easier to commentate on, I think. So we're 20 minutes in now. Morley Hillen with a goal kick. Plays it out nicely to Woods. He finds the space. Hampton there. Long ball forward to Kingsbury. He is in space. Running through the middle unusually. Can he pick out one of the forwards? He finds McSorley, who is capable of picking out a pass. Hampton himself. Outright to Spears. Hampton backing it. Under pressure in the midfield now. But Campbell's out free in the left wing. Picks out Sean Southam, who puts it in near posts. What a boot. What a start. Just what this game needed. Southam on the score sheet yet again. After the game, I should check who are the top goal scorers in the league, because surely Sean Southam and Mark Kelly are up there. They've been, needless to say, they've been the goal scoring, carrying this team in terms of goals. So in the 35th minute, they get a yellow card in the warning for another highlight here. Reed throws into Hampton, who poaches the ball away. Kelly's in a yellow card, needs to watch himself. Long ball up. Is Sorley going to get there? Just nodded on to the opposition. Hamilton on the ball. Playing it patiently in the wing here, so they are sport and leisure. Playing triangles around my winger and the left back. Pretty worrying. Hopefully Hampton can get a foot in there. No, still very patient build-up play. And now they play a ball through to McFly, who Evans has beat the man. Morley Hillen comes out and just must get a touch to it, just to knock it out. Pretty nervous about that, but he got the important touch. So, playing from the back. Cobb outright to Woods. He'll surely find McSorley. Takes his time. No, plays it to Hampton, who's dropped a little deeper, I noticed, which is fine because that's where the space is. Long ball up again to Southam. McSorley picks out Campbell on the pass. Kelly, would you ever doubt him? Kelly thumps it low, across the face of the goalkeeper. Perhaps the keeper should have done better there, but I'll take it. 2-0 to Banbridge Town. So, Campbell putting the left back under pressure, but the left back plays a beaut of a ball through McMullen. And McMullen rounds the keeper but can't quite finish off. Oh, big chance for Sport and Leisure just before half-time. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, okay. So let's take a quick look at the fitness. Performance-wise, it's all 6.9s as a minimum. And Dylan Cobb is the only player who seems to be struggling. Maybe he's picked up a slight knock, but there's no injury there. He seems okay. So let's send that same team out there. The same team that's in this form. And a third goal would really put this game to bed. So kick off again. Sport and Leisure Swifts on the ball. Not for long. End of the highlights. So into the 55th minute. Coming up to the 60th minute. Oh, Connolly with a cross into the corner. Out wide, headed out to McFall. He's long range. McRae's there with a chance. Plays it back to Wilson. Plays it through to McRae. Finds Connolly. McFall can turn and shoot. McMullen does. And pick that out. Morley Hillen, he says. Because that's bringing Sport and Leisure right back into this game. And that's the 60th minute. So it's change time. David Hampton picking up a knock again. He's not performing great, but he's doing much better than Paul Burnside did. I am tempted to bring Paul Burnside on, however, just to strengthen up the defence. Dylan Cobb, he's so good, but he was just rounded quite easily by McMullen there, the striker. So a couple of changes. I want to hold on to this win. I really do. This is an important game. It's our game in hand, so even a point will take us into the top of the table. And obviously prefer 3. So if we can just bring those subs on, Football Manager, that would be great. And let's take our time about this. Let's not rush. Let's not panic. It's one goal. We still got a lot of attacking threat there. I've still got one more sub I can use. So this, so please guys, take your time. 70th minute. We have 20 minutes to either hold on or make something happen. Kingsbury isn't performing great this match. Morley Hillen with a long ball up. Southam doesn't get there. And knocked back to McFall, who's attacking now. McFall plays it through to McMullen, the goal scorer. And of course, he picks out the far top hand corner. And this is Sport and Leisure coming back at us with a vengeance. Ooh, not great. We don't seem to have any great attacking prowess this half. The players have come out and their performances have dropped. 6.6s, 6.4s up there. So a highlight straight from kickoff though. I brought Kingsbury off on for Gorley, and he plays a ball through to Kelly. That's what I want. I want the ball up to the strikers. Gorley plays to Burnside, who cannot pick out a pass. But Southam finds... Oh, Southam get missing out again there in the ball, and they're taking their time. But per touch from Murdoch, who boots the ball up to Southam with a chance. Defender gets there, saves the day for Sport and Leisure. McSorley on the ball now. He plays out to Campbell. He plays a first-time cross through. Kelly's there, but nods it back to Southam. Beautiful play. Pretty direct football. Love it. Stoke City, eat your heart out. We've got 10 minutes to go here. And the fitness, everybody's in the 70s. 5 minutes to go. Hold on. Chesney Hawks and a yellow card there. 2 minutes of added time. Are we going to hold out? Are we going to lose concentration like we did against Lower Meas? Burnside on the ball, running the wrong direction. McSorley plays it, a stupid ball. And the two strikers trying to get there. But they hit it long at the pitch. They're playing rugby. They're going for the yards. And hopefully Spears will take his time for this. There's no need. There's the full-time whistle. I gotta be honest, I'm disappointed with that second half performance. But it was the big players came up trumps just when we needed it. And wins like that are going to keep us near the top of the table, I hope. So that is gladly our second win in a row. We're, given the start of the season form, that's disappointing, but, given our current form, this is good. Lower Me is winning again. They are finding their feet in this league. I mean, they're still rock bottom. Oh, no. They pulled themselves out of the relegation zone now. This is their first season in this league, in this league tier. So, 2 wins on the trot. It's, credit's due to Ian McDowell, the manager. In terms of our title rivals, Wakehurst winning, and that was the only real title rival that played today. They'd all had a game extra. So that's halfway through the season. We're 3 points clear. We've won 10 out of 15. I said I check who's the top goal scorer. And it is goals. We're not even leading. Sean and Mark Kelly both even, joint third on 11 goals. But Davy Patton from Wakehurst up there with 12. Joint with Stuart Miller from Queens. So as I said, 2 of our title rivals in good goal scoring form. In terms of assists, Stephen Campbell, yeah, you saw the ball he whipped in at the last minute there against Sport and Leisure. Player of the match is Sean Southam. Scores almost a goal every game. Can't fault the guy. So that's it, folks. Good win. Scrape by, but every point counts. Thanks for watching. Peace.